So apparently May's been a thing that's come and gone. So apparently these things called wrap-ups are due. So here's what I read in the month of May and what I thought about all of that. Right, so one of the books I read at some point this month, because I am not neat enough to do this chronologically, is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I read this for #ReadTKAM, and this was hosted by Max over at Well Done Books, and I think the video live show thing for this might be up depending on when I'm editing and posting this and all the fun things. So in case it is, I will link that down below. This book is basically about this 1930-ish American society, and it's told from the perspective of a little girl, and it's so beautiful, and it's a story about racism and just love of reading, and it's just so beautiful and fantastic. And I haven't read a classic that I really liked in such a long time, so I was really afraid picking this up, thinking it might just put me to sleep and bore the hell out of me, but this was so beautiful and so fantastic, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Right, this is actually the first book I read in the month of May, and it's I'll Give You the Sun by Gendy Nelson, and this is so fantastic that I had to write a written review for this on my blog and make a video review, because it's just everything. It's about these twins, Jude and Noah, and we start off in Noah's perspective, and that's with the twins being like 13, 14-ish, and then we move to Jude's perspective after this really traumatic thing happens when they're 16, and just things happen, and it's so beautiful. And I do have to say I loved Jude's character and chapters a bit more, and I don't know, I was looking forward to reading her chapters a lot, but I loved the way Noah talked about art so much, and yeah, art is such a big part of this book, and it's about art and family and love, and I fell in love. And this is a really freaking beautiful book. Like, I don't know, it's just, yeah, I really love this book. Right, the next book I read was borrowed from my sister, because I bought her that because she really wanted it, because she loved the movie, and I really loved the person who wrote it. So I got Struck by Lightning by Chris Colfer, and this is about Carson, who's a student, and he's in his last year of high school, and he loathes his existence, and he's down in his high school and everything, and he's like the president of all of the clubs that nobody wants to be part of, like journalism and writers club and whatnot. And yeah, he really needs to do this cool paper magazine, literary magazine thing. I'm so great at explaining things, oh my god. Right, he needs to do that to get into the university that is like the focal point of his dream life in the future, and nobody wants to write things for that paper, obviously, and so he blackmails people, and this is just a really funny read. And Carson is, I don't know, I have a really love-hate relationship with him, because I can relate to him so much. I was so hooked ever since the book started, and I read a few passages to my mom, and my mom was like, oh my god, it's as if you wrote a book, and this would be it, like, you're that character. And he's so cynical and so witty, and I really love him a lot, but then he can say some things that are really stupid, and he can do things that are really stupid, and just his opinions about some things just piss the hell out of me, so that's why we have a love-hate relationship. But yeah, he's just really a lot of fun to read from his perspective. It's just, yeah, I really like this book, and I don't know if I would say the movie is better, because that's what most people who read it said, but I think I enjoyed the book a little bit more, and I don't know, the ending fucked me up. Like, a lot of people complain about the ending, like everyone ever. I looked on Goodreads at my friends and people I follow reviews, and yeah, everyone hates the ending. I don't know if I would say I hate it, but it did sort of bug me a little bit. Right, and the last book that I read is a monster of a book, and I hope I don't hit myself in the head with it, because it's really heavy. And it's the Twilight Saga Official Illustrated Guide by Stephanie Meyer, and like illustrated by a lot of people. And this is like a Twilight companion thingy that has more background information on the characters, and like playlists for the books, and fan art and international covers and whatnot. And this is really heavy, so I will put it down and then come back to talk. Right, I bought this more as a joke, because I remember wanting to get it, like pre-order it or whatnot years ago, and it was like $30 maybe, and my mom was like, no, just sit there, just please back the hell off, because you made me pay like a lot of money on shipping from the US for that jewelry box set from Twilight, and I think she still loathes me for making her buy that, and my grandma still thinks that a cow would wear the jewelry in there a lot better, but I regret nothing. And so I remember how pissed I was not being able to get it back then, because like it just seemed so expensive, and then I saw it at Chapters for like €1 in hardcover and brand new, and I was like, Mom, I need to get this. Like, I don't know, man, it's calling to me. So I did, and it was a lot of fun. Like, I was feeling nostalgic back to my Twilight days. I look back on those a lot, and I was like, yes, this is nice. This is why I was so emotionally attached. And I do realize that Twilight is crap, and that people hate it and whatnot, and I do not give a flying crap about it, because it meant so much to me, and it was what really got me into reading and just like fangirling, so like, I don't care. I honestly do not care. I don't give a crap, really. And this book was just like, oh, those were the days, man, and like, oh, remember, like, and like, oh my god, we finally get Alice's story, God bless, preach, and like, yeah, it was fun. It was really fun to read, and there was a really, really great interview with Stephanie Meyer at the start, and I really liked that. Like, I wouldn't say it's a must read, and like, you need to get this, because it doesn't give you all that much more information about the characters that we didn't know before, and just, yeah, it's a fun thing to have, but it's really, really repetitive at times, because like, a lot of the characters just have stories that intertwine, and so you hear one thing 1,000 freaking times. But yeah, I think I give it like 3.5 stars out of 5 maybe, because, just for the feels. And that was it. I think I had a pretty decent reading month. I wrote a lot as well. I filmed videos. I binge watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which was like the best thing ever. And yeah, this was a really great month, and I'm not sure what's going to happen reading wise in the next month, because I plan on doing things for a change. But yeah, right, I don't know. Please let me know down below what you read this month, or if you read any of these books or plan on reading them, and I'm going to see you guys with another video some other time. Bye!